Hey guys, welcome to the wrist mobility routine of Unscared CrossFit. You can do this routine daily basically when you have trouble using your wrists in workouts, for instance in the front rack position or doing handstands, and it's just overall a really great routine for wrist health. So if you're behind a laptop or a desk a lot of times, do this often. I'm going to show you a few different movements that you'll be doing, and let's just start right away. So we are going to start with finger pulses, making sure that we splay the fingers really wide as you can actually, and you're just going to pulse your fingers up and down, creating a light stretch on the fingers. Now as far as repetitions go, think about 10 repetitions, 10 to 15. Build it up to 15 reps for all of these exercises. After that, you'll do the thumb as well, just creating a light stretch. Alright. Now I'm going to splay the fingers again, and then I'm just going to make sure that I create pulses like this. So focusing on the first knuckle, pressing into the floor, getting back into that stretch again. The third movement of this flow. Making sure that I'm pressing into the floor every single rep. Like this. That's number 3. Right. Number 4 is elbow rotation. So I'm going to have my hands at shoulder width, splaying the fingers again, and then turning my elbow pit forwards and all the way back again. So I'm turning that way and back, obviously with both hands. Now make sure that your hands don't move while doing this, and try to create as big of a move as possible using your entire range of motion. Again, 10 to 15 of those. Next, you will have your hands on the floor in the same position, but we're going to take the palm of your hand off the floor. So this entire piece of your hands up to the knuckle stays on the floor, and then you're going to lift the rest and back down. Lift it up. Some free finger pops in there. Good stretch on the finger. Now I need some work on this, but if you're more advanced, you should be able to get your full palm of your hand actually into this position. So I need to be working on this a bit more. 10 to 15. Then we will do several stretches for the wrist again. Now we're going to do side to side. So placing my hands shoulder width, splaying the fingers. I'm going to shift my entire weight to one side and then to the other. That will count as 1. This is my second rep. Try to get that elbow rotation in as well. Turning the elbow, shifting my weight for 10 to 15 reps, side to side. Now the same for fingers backwards. Now as you can see, I'm having my knees away from my wrists. My knees are away from my wrist. If this is too spicy in the beginning, just come closer. So as soon as your knees are closer to your wrist, it becomes a bit easier. That's number 3. Just leaning in and out of the stretch. Now with any of these stretches, slightly uncomfortable is okay. The pain is never okay, okay? So never go into a stretch where it's like super painful. Just back off a little bit and make sure that you don't injure yourself doing the stretch. That would be a shame. Okay, 10 to 15 of those. Then the most spicy variation I think is top of your hand on the floor. Now again, the knees closer to the body is easier. The first thing you want to do is splay the fingers and then try to straighten out your arms. Okay, this will be the first step. For some of you that might already be quite painful, you might be here. You're going to work up to this position. Just hold it there for a few seconds, and if you can, then you're going to slowly go back and forth And when I started doing this routine a few weeks back, I couldn't do this, so now I can just slightly lean back. For some of you guys, it might even be possible to lean back a bit more, but make sure that, again, it's uncomfortable but not painful, right? So for me, it will be quite small reps actually, just 1 and back, 2 and back until I've reached 15, and then I'm going to have my fingers facing forwards. Hands at shoulder width, displaying the fingers. Again, leaning into the stretch. And back for 10 to 15 reps. Now a few things, when your wrists become really painful, it helps to, just move your fingers a bit, squeezing your hands, maybe, do something like this, just in between repetitions or in between exercises. And lastly, this is a big shout out to GMB because we've borrowed this routine from them, but we think it's awesome, so we want to use it on our own YouTube channel as well. Give it a go, let us know how you're doing. Do this routine at least 3 times a week, but preferably almost every day, and then you will, within a few weeks, you will really notice a big difference. Okay, thanks.